You're watching Screenscope Reviews, where stories don't just follow young love, they explore who people become after love stops feeling simple. And now we've got major new updates about XO, Kitty Season 3, and honestly, this next chapter may completely change the emotional direction of the entire series. Because if Season 2 was about discovery, Season 3 looks like it's going to be about consequences. At the end of last season, Kitty Song Covey finally felt like she understood herself a little better. She uncovered painful truths about her family, faced complicated feelings she couldn't ignore anymore, and slowly stopped pretending that love was something easy to control. But Season 3 reportedly begins at the exact moment those emotional revelations start creating real consequences. And this time, Kitty isn't searching for answers about her past anymore. She's trying to survive the emotional fallout of everything she already discovered. The new semester at KISS reportedly opens with a very different atmosphere compared to earlier seasons. Relationships feel more fragile. Friendships feel less certain. And long distance has started quietly changing the emotional dynamics between almost everyone. According to early story rumors, the biggest shift may come from the fact that feelings are no longer hidden. Too many truths are already out in the open now. With Minho fully back in Kitty's life and Yuri no longer willing to hide who she truly is, Kitty reportedly finds herself emotionally pulled in multiple directions at once. Familiar feelings versus unpredictable possibilities. Comfort versus honesty. Safety versus the terrifying excitement of choosing something real even when it risks hurting everyone involved. But romance is only part of what's changing. One of the biggest reported updates for Season 3 is the arrival of a new international exchange program at KISS, bringing students who don't care about the old social structure, old reputations, or the emotional history everyone else is trapped inside. And that changes the energy of the school completely. Suddenly, long-time friendships begin shifting. Loyalty becomes uncertain. Even Kitty's place at KISS, something she fought so hard to build, no longer feels stable. And under all that pressure, Kitty reportedly starts asking herself a much deeper question. Not, who do I love? But, who am I when my life stops revolving around chaos? That emotional conflict may become the true heart of Season 3. Because for the first time, Kitty may begin realizing that constantly chasing emotional intensity isn't the same thing as understanding herself. Is she still the girl who runs toward every feeling without thinking about the consequences? Or is she slowly learning that growing up sometimes means letting go, even when letting go hurts? Meanwhile, Minho appears to be entering the most emotionally vulnerable stage of his character arc so far. The humor, the deflection, the emotional armor he always hides behind reportedly starts fading away this season. Early rumors suggest he may finally choose complete honesty about how he feels, even if honesty risks destroying the fragile connection he still has with Kitty. At the same time, Yuri's story is evolving in a major way too. No more hiding behind expectations. No more pretending her identity is something temporary or confusing. This season reportedly pushes Yuri toward a stronger sense of self than we've ever seen before. And once again, Kitty finds herself standing in the center of emotional gravity between multiple people searching for who they truly are. But here's the biggest shift of all. Season 3 reportedly isn't really structured as a traditional love triangle story anymore. It's becoming a story about identity, belonging, and what happens when life refuses to follow the version of the future you imagined for yourself. Because sometimes people don't discover themselves through certainty. Sometimes they discover themselves through risk, heartbreak, confusion, and moments where choosing their own happiness could cost them everything they thought they wanted. And honestly, that's what could make Season 3 the most mature chapter of the series yet. According to early updates, relationships this season are expected to become messier, more emotionally honest, and far less predictable than before. New friendships will form. Old ones may quietly fall apart. And romance itself may stop feeling like a fantasy and start feeling painfully real. Because growing up doesn't make love easier. It just makes the emotions impossible to ignore anymore.